If you can look at this right here and some of the other alarming things going on around our country and think, yep, this is still the land of the free, home of the brave, then I guess the continued dollar debasement and the eradication of the United States currency won't be as difficult as the powers that shouldn't be might think it is. How fortunate for the leaders that men do not think. It is freaking cold out here, and I just boiled water by harnessing the power of the sun. You can have sterilized drinking water in just a couple hours from virtually any water source using just the power of the sun. Check this out, guys. Boiled, sterilized water.
But will it make hot chocolate on a freezing cold day?
You better believe it will, Gramps.
Holy smackerels, I think I just burned my whiskers.
What are you waiting for? My code for your massive discount for the Patriot Sun Cooker is in the description below. Federal Reserve reveals research plans for what? A digital dollar. But you're the conspiracy theorist if you tell them that this is all about a planned, organized, partial shutdown of the U.S. economy in the second quarter, like James Bullard from the Federal Reserve said. This isn't about COVID-19 coming in, shutting businesses down, destroying the economy, putting people out of work, eradicating the middle class. This is about a planned, organized, partial shutdown of the U.S. economy in the second quarter, just like the Federal Reserve said, and now they're creating plans for a digital dollar as though they didn't have that on the table. This is just what they're letting you know through Forbes magazine. This is Forbes right here. This is Forbes from August 13th, 2020, Federal Reserve Governor Lael Brainerd provided a broad description of the Fed's ongoing research and plans in the potential development of a U.S. central bank digital currency, that's CBDC, U.S. central bank digital currency, also described as in the U.S. as a digital dollar. That's what they want, guys. This is what this is all about. And let me, while we're talking about that, I do have something up that I wasn't going to share in this, but this is a perfect segue into this. I don't know if you guys paid attention on August 11th. This article right here came out on August 13th. Prior to that, on August 11th, look what Steve Mnuchin came out and tweeted on his account. If you have extra coins at home, please use them to make purchases. This is the Treasury Secretary, Steve Mnuchin, appointed by Donald Trump. He's a Federal Reserve Goldman Sachs banking insider. And he says, if you've got extra coins at home, please use them to make purchases or deposit them at the bank or exchange them for cash. Help get coins moving. The Federal Reserve wants you to bring in your coins, wants you to use your coins, wants you to give your coins to banks and to the Federal Reserve, wants you to put it out into circulation so that they can take them out of circulation. Why do you think that is? What are they trying to do here? Do you trust the Federal Reserve? Can they be trusted? Do they have past actions that would lend to you taking a look at them and going, yeah, I think I can trust them. They have a track record of credibility. Brainerd, who has for years led the discussion at the Fed on distributed ledger technology and digital currencies, noted the Fed is active in conducting research and experimentation in these areas. In her speech during the Federal Reserve Innovation Office Hours at the Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco today, Brainerd noted, quote, given the dollar's important role, it is essential that the Federal Reserve remain on the frontier of research and policy development regarding CBDC. Remember, that's called the central bank digital currency. That's just scary. That's a scary phrase. Central bank digital currency. Guys, they aim to replace the world reserve currency, the federal dollar. They aim to replace the Federal Reserve note. At least, yes, the Federal Reserve note is corrupt. Yes, it's dishonest money. Yes, it's unsound money. Yes, it's evil from top to bottom. But you know what it gives you? It gives you a measure of autonomy. You can still use that while people have the perception that it is a thing of value. And you can use it, and behind closed doors, you can buy that extra food. You can buy something at a yard sale. You can make that purchase for that firearm that you desperately need when you don't want to wait for the government's permission. But if you eradicate that, all autonomy is gone. You can't have a yard sale. You can't have a private party purchase. You can't do anything without them knowing that you did it, what you purchased, and when you did it. This is complete control of society, and we cannot let this happen. They want to bring online a central bank digital currency and eradicate the dollar. And they want everybody to be on this central bank digital currency because they want to track you. They want to control you. This is all about control. It's not about the government cares. It's about the government wants to control, not just the U.S. government, but all governments who are controlled by central bankers around the world. This is not being an alarmist. I am reading from Forbes magazine. Given the dollar's important role, it's essential that the Federal Reserve remain on the frontier of research and policy development regarding CBDCs. As part of this research, central banks are exploring the potential of innovative technologies to offer a digital equivalent of cash. It's just a digital equivalent. You can still use cash. We're not going to fade that out. Not anytime soon, they say, probably. We are continuing to assess the opportunities and challenges of, as well as the use cases for CBDC as a complement to cash and other payment options. If you don't think that they want to eliminate cash, just read this article right here. I'm going to leave the link in the chat room for you. Link in the description. You can take a look at it. My question to you is, do you trust the Federal Reserve? Oh, is this CBDC, the central bank digital currency, is it just harmless? They're not trying to control us more, are they? What could they possibly want? They have everything. They have tens, hundreds of trillions of dollars at their beck and call. They control so much gold and silver. They have so much control of the market through Federal Reserve open market operations. What could they possibly want? They're not going to replace cash, are they? You're just being a conspiracy theorist, aren't you? You tell me, what do you guys think about this? Leave your thoughts about this. I want to know. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Do you think the Federal Reserve is trying to finally take over everything? Do they control things through the fiat dollar, through the fiat currency Ponzi scheme, through the Federal Reserve note? Yes. But they don't control the autonomy of the individual through that. A lot of that stuff's not trackable and traceable unless you're talking about, maybe there's some kind of technology in the $100 bill through that strip and all that fancy looking stuff that they got on the outside and inside of it that we don't know about. Maybe they can track our purchases through that. But even then you can do something to protect yourself when everything's off of cash and completely on digital currencies. All bets for freedom are off. It's gone. It's over. While we have time and it still retains some of its perceived value, maybe it'd be a good idea to convert your worthless fiat into valuable, storable food. Don't be the one who waits till the food riots start happening. You don't want to be fighting panicking people in the store over that last jar of peanut butter. At Prepare with High Impact Flicks, you can get up to 3 air and watertight gasket sealed ammo cans, each filled with a 4-week emergency supply. 7 food varieties, 2,000 calories a day, 284 servings, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and each meal comes in a resealable, heavy-duty 4-layered pouch. And it's got a 25-year shelf life. Every order of a 4-week supply gets you $100 off plus free shipping. Here's how simple it is to make. I'm going to cook up some Granny's home-style potato soup. People are going to think I'm a culinary hero. You open the pouch, boil 4.5 cups of water, stir the contents, simmer on low heat for 15 to 20 minutes, take it off the heat, then let it set for 2 to 3 minutes before you serve it up.
Man, this stuff's so good. People are going to think Granny stopped by and filled your kitchen with a whole bunch of love.
Well, if Granny does stop by, she's going to fill your behind with a whole bunch of buckshot if you keep talking with your mouth full. Wipe your dang beard off. It's embarrassing. So maybe convert some of your worthless fiat into valuable food while you still can. Order now and get $100 off of up to 3 4-week emergency food supplies at preparewithhighimpactflix.com. The link is in the description.